What's going on, YouTubers? How's it going? Today I'll be reviewing the Singapore Airlines 747-400 in the tropical livery by Phoenix in 1/400 scale. So before I move on to the box, let me share some information about Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines was founded on the 1st of May 1947 as Malayan Airways and commenced flight operations on the 1st of October 1972. Their hub is Singapore Changi Airport. Frequent flyer program are KrisFlyer and PPS Club. They are a member of Star Alliance. Their subsidiaries are Scoot, Silk Air, SIA Engineering Company, Singapore Airlines Cargo, and Vistara. They have a total of 142 aircraft in their fleet. They serve 127 destinations across worldwide, and their parent company is Temasek Holdings. This aircraft's first flight took place on the 12th of January 1997 and delivered to Singapore Airlines on the 21st of January 1997. Now let's move on to the box. So we have Boeing 747-400, picture of the aircraft, Singapore Airlines logo, the registration, 1/400 scale platinum series, and also this very nice background on the box. Now I'll show you the back. In the back we have limited edition Singapore Airlines logo, Heart of Aviation, and their Boeing licensed product. Here's the top. This is the right. This is the bottom and the left side. Now let's open this up. Okay guys, now the model is out of its packaging, but before I move on to the entire model, first of all I just want to point to you is that there is a color mistake on this particular aircraft, and the mistake you see here is that this part here there, as well as the rear part, and I think it shouldn't be light purple and violet, and instead it should have been light a little bit of dark brown and a lighter brown, instead of just putting light colors of purple and violet. And typically Phoenix models must have did the color wrongly when they are making this aircraft. And you can see the picture of the model, the box. Wait, I'll show you the picture clearly. There. Yeah, this is the proper tropical livery colors of this SIA Singapore Airlines 747-400 aircraft, and I think on the model that I received during the New Year's Eve is a bit of a mistake, but it's fine. And now let us move on to the model. Okay guys, so here we are at the port side of the aircraft where you see the cockpit windows. On the nose gear it says PK, which is part of the registration. And there is a tiny of wordings right there, and I think you couldn't read it, but it actually says now more than ever a great way to fly. That's what it says on the first class windows, the front class windows. I can call. And just beside the first cabin door, you'll see a letter F with this nice drawing of the letter C in cursive. So the letter F in brown means first, and the letter C in cursive with filled with yellow is class. So FC stands for first class. And we have the Singapore Airlines titles with the Singapore flag beside it. And yes, it's true, Singapore Airlines is the flag carrier of the Singapore. And on the wings we have the inboard landing lights. And if you don't see it, you'll see the two dots right there. And here we have the engines, and these engines are the Pratt & Whitney PW 4000. And you can see the tiny logos on it of Singapore Airlines. Now I'll show you the front of these engines. Okay, here are the front of these engines, and you can see how detailed the turbo fan blades are. Okay, same on the right side. And now let's move to the edge of the wings. Wing. Okay, here we are at the edge of the wings where you see the red navigation light and the blue winglet with the yellow line coming down at the back. Okay, here we are at the rear of the aircraft where you see the registration just beside the rear door, which is 9V-SPK. And this is the only SIA 747-400 that crashed couple years ago, since October 31st, 2000. and they have another 747-400 of Singapore Airlines in the tropical livery. The other one is 9V-SPL. So both of the aircrafts were painted in the tropical livery for Singapore Airlines, and one of them crashed in Taipei. And on the tail, we have the KrisFlyer logo of Singapore Airlines. Now I'll show you the back of the aircraft with the APU exhaust unit. Okay, here's the back of the aircraft where you see the APU hole. We call it the auxiliary power unit, the APU exhaust hole. Okay, here we are at the starboard side of the aircraft where you see the cockpit windows, part of the registration of the gear door. Now more than ever, a great way to fly. Script FC for first class. Singapore Airlines titles with the Singaporean flag. And also, you can see the front cargo container loading door. And if you don't see it, it's right there with the gray linings. On the wings, we have the inboard landing lights, the Pratt & Whitney PW 4000 engines. On the edge of the wing, right wing, we have green navigation light with the blue winglet. And here we have the rear cargo container loading door and the bulking door. And we have the registration and the logo. Okay, now I'm going to show you the bottom part and the top part of the aircraft. Okay, here's the bottom of the aircraft where you see the nose gear and the gear door, the Phoenix logo. We have the hole for the stand, the main landing gear, the wings, we have the engines, the flaps, slats, and ailerons, and we have the winglet and the edge. Same on this side, but with the registration on it. The rear, continuing down, two black holes on both sides on the bottom. Those are the two black squares or gray squares on both sides at the bottom. Those are the cabin pressure relief valves. We have the horizontal stabilizers. Okay, here we are at the top of the aircraft where you see the top view of the cockpit windows. We have the pilot escape hatch door, the anti-collision beacon light. If you don't know the anti-collision beacon light, the light that lights up with red, not in yellow. On the center top of the plane, we have two black dots at the center. Those are the ADF antennas. The wings, flaps, slats, ailerons, and spoilers. On the edge, we have the red navigation light and with the winglet. Same on this side, but with the green navigation light on it. Continuing to the rear, this is the SATCOM, the Wi-Fi box. It's not really in 3D actually. We have the tail and the horizontal stabilizers. Okay, before I end this video right away, I'll just gonna tell you one last thing, why this aircraft is important and why it's based on aviation history. This aircraft crashed into a construction equipment during a takeoff on a closed runway on Taipei Chiang Kai-shek Airport, which is runway 5 right instead of runway 5 left. So, yep. Singapore Airlines flight SQ006 was a scheduled Singapore Airlines passenger flight from Singapore Changi Airport to LAX International via Chiang Kai-shek International Airport in Taipei, based out in Taiwan, on October 31st, 2000 at 23:17 Taipei local time, 15:17 UTC. The Boeing 747-400 operating the flight attempted to take off from the wrong runway, which is 5 right, at Chiang Kai-shek International Airport during a typhoon. The aircraft crashed into construction equipment on the runway, killing 81 of the 179 occupants on board. 98 initially survived the impact, but 2 passengers died later from injuries in a hospital. This was the 3rd deadliest on Taiwanese soil. It was the first fatal accident involving a 747-400 airliner and the only fatal accident involving the passenger variant. It is also the first and only Singapore Airlines crash to result in fatalities. So yep, this is going to end the video right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully this aircraft registered as 9V-SPK means to you on the history of flight 6 from Taipei to Singapore via Los Angeles. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, see you next time.